Hello, everyone. Honestly, for people that say that Africa or treat Africa as if it's a nation, a country rather than a continent, sometimes you really can't blame them because the stories that seem to come from every part of Africa is almost similar. The same anyhowness, the same lack of rule of law, the same impunity, the same tyranny, the same bad governance, the same suffering, the same wealth that is being squandered by a few. And so sometimes when you just sit down, you're hearing certain things, it's almost like it's your own country. Like you travel across Africa, honestly, you reach somewhere, it looks so familiar because it's like where you're living. This whole video it's up on the rumored death of Paul Biya. Yesterday, actually, I was sitting down when I saw those, first some messages and everything, and I checked because that's something I normally do. I don't take news from just handle individuals handle. I went across all the major news outlets. Nobody was reporting that. I went on Google to search if there were actually some media houses, credible media houses, traditional media houses that were actually reporting this. There was even something that they had done as if it's a news, but it was a deep AI fake, where they put like someone, you literally see the person announcing, but it's just a creation, an artificial intelligence, creation. So I checked around and I didn't see anything. So I was like, okay, no, I don't think this happened. Whatever it is anyway, we'll wait and see. Because for me, even news that I get like exclusive, people come to me with certain things. I always say to them, get the newspapers to report them. I only talk about what has been reported. So here we have Sahara reporters talking about the rumored death, because from a lot of handles, a lot of people, they kept saying that Paul Biya, was there. So now Cameroonians demand evidence from government that 91-year-old President Paul Biya is alive. And what it just suddenly reminded me of was the era of Yaradua. And when you had Yaradua that was so sick, he couldn't do anything, but yet people were propping him up to the extent Nigerians had to go on protesting. And that's why I always say to people, sometimes when people are being disingenuous, insulting certain group of people like the likes of Yemi Adam Molecule, the likes of what's his name? This red media, the red media team. Oh Lord, have mercy. Sometimes you're just sitting down. Names for me, the names just escape. I'm literally, looking at their faces right now. And so when Nigerians attack them, I'm quick to remind them. And also, is it the Save Nigeria group? I always say to them, these are the same people who were on the streets making demands for this person Jonathan to be sworn in as president. Chude Jidonwu. So I'm like, these same people who were on the streets making them, because they now held Jonathan accountable for his actions, they became traitors. And no, it's about the government. It's about patriotism is to the country, not to the people. If you come in, you don't do the right thing, Nigerians should hold you, accountable. So all of that was even the time that they had to do the doctrine of necessity, where they now went ahead to say, okay, what's his name? Jonathan can now be sworn in as the acting president at that time. Nigerians were demanding for whether proof of life, whether President Yaradua was still alive. So to now see how many years later, Cameroon under the same thing, it's actually a thing of shame to Africa, and every African we should feel shamed over all these things that these people do. This is someone who has been president since 1982, if I believe, since the early 80s. He has been president for over 40 years. And he's set again to run for another 5 years term by next year in 2025. It's just unbelievable. So it says amid the reports that the president was there, Cameroonian government officials assured the public that he was in good health, dismissing the rumors making the rounds on social and mainstream media. Cameroonians have asked the government authorities to provide enough evidence to prove that their 91-year-old president Paul Biya is still alive as claimed. Amid rumors that the president was dead, Cameroonian government officials assured the public that he was in good health, dismissing the rumors and making the rounds of social media and mainstream media. There have been social media reports claiming that Biya had died, though these reports offered no details on the time or place of his alleged death. There were some that even said, there were some that had place. They said France and all of that. I remember when President Yaradua was still alive, there were also this rumor. One of the things for me that I kept saying to people, like, I was like, look, he's a Muslim. And as a Muslim, the moment he dies, they have to bury him. So there's no how he'll be dead and they will still keep it that he had not died and everything. I think he was unconscious, he was on life saving this thing. I don't even think, probably was on coma or something. But at the end, when he did die, in the case of President Yaradua, it was immediately announced. But in this case, I don't know. There's nothing that is beyond African leaders to do. They might have someone who is dead and they will just keep lying just for some people to continue holding the nation to ransom the way they have done. But the citizens of the country are asking the government to prove that President Biya is still alive based on the fact that he has not been seen in public since his official visit to China over a month ago. His disappearance from the public eye sparked the demands from citizens for proof of life, of his well-being, and to be assured that he's alive as claimed. I'm even going as far as President Yaradua. Even in Nigeria recently, Tinubu, there are times that they kept asking, where is Tinubu? Is he alive? Is he? And all of that. It's just so shameful. All of these old people who have kept Africa down, and all they're thinking about doing is to continue to keep, Africa down. It was gathered that President Biya was last seen in Beijing. I think Sahara reporters have said that. However, in a statement issued on Tuesday, Samuel Vondo Ayola, director of the Civil Cabinet, stated that Biya is in excellent health. Ayola said Biya is currently in Geneva, Switzerland, where he has been holding meetings and working for the development of Cameroon. And the person actually writing this statement believed himself. But Voice of America reports that Gloria Wilcom, a businesswoman in Yaoundé, who is among citizens expressing doubt on the president's health, said, he's our president, and if something is wrong, we have a right to know. Wilcom, who urged the government to provide more transparency regarding Biya, said she would only believe he's alive when she sees him. On Cameroon State TV, government spokesperson René Emmanuel Sadi reportedly dismissed the rumors as baseless, insisting that Biya is in good health. Sadi noted that after the China-Africa summit, Biya spent a short time in Europe and remains attentive to the needs of Cameroonians. But Akongwi Neba, a merchant, criticized the government's delayed response to the rumors. We are asking the government to show us where he is. We need to know if our president is alive or dead. It is our right as citizens to be informed. The government officials have not confirmed whether President Biya will make a public appearance in Geneva or not. Anyway, that's what we have in Africa. Like I started this video with those who look at Africa and consider it as one country instead of a continent. They actually have their reasons. Thank you so much for watching.